guys? This is Josh with Casket Comics. Hope you guys enjoy the new intro. Really enjoyed putting it together. Thank you to See You Flying for doing all the editing and stuff for me and adding into this video. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. The art was by me for the logo, which is probably why it looks so bad, but I'm trying. Maybe we'll polish it up later. All right, first we're starting for new comics for February 28th, 2024. First, it would be Zoe Girl Thorogood's Hack Slash Back to School. It's a really fun comic, very anime style to me, and it's even got the just kind of the gore and the just like the whole overall attitude of the book feels very manga-esque to me. This is probably the only picture I'm going to show because it's a very violent and very graphic book. So I definitely would. It's a fun read, but I definitely would read about it a little bit first before you get into it. But yeah, really fun read. Zoe Thorogood's art was amazing. You have a story of these characters who, these girls who live in a school that is for hunting these creatures. The story has an overall arc monster who they're going after, but they have like some mini side missions throughout the stories. This is one of them. This one definitely hit my arachnophobia a little bit. We'll say that. But yeah, they're fun. I definitely continue to read this arc with Zoe Thorogood doing art. I love her art. She worked on Joe Hill's Reign. So yeah, if you haven't picked it up, check out Hack Slash Back to School. Next, we're going to Marvel. We'll go to Spider-Punk #1. Spider-Punk Arms Race #1. So I think it's a mini series. Written by Cody Ziegler and Justin Mason is still continuing to do art. It's really cool. You get a cool splash page of his origin again, and this kind of does a good job of picking up and telling you the story of the original one, of the original story that was written by, I can't remember who wrote it, but I know Justin Mason also did the art for that. And this is really cool because you got an introduction to Spider-Punk's Avengers. So you have Hobie Brown, Spider-Punk. You have Carl Morning Dew as Captain Anarchy. You have Riri Williams as Riot Heart. You have Mattia Murdock as Daredevil. And you have Kamala Khan still as another version of Miss Marvel. It's a fun read. You have these Avengers cleaning up the streets and keeping it clean from where Spider-Punk actually took down Oscorp in the previous series. And they kind of are destroying stuff even though they're trying to clean stuff up. And you also have Black Panther. You have Wakanda helping out with the cleanup. It's really cool. So you get to see T'Challa and Shuri, which is nice. You also get introduced to Doc Ock as the villain in this one, and he's definitely trying to take down these new Avengers. And that's pretty much the book with them facing off of one of his creations and barely making it out. And this was just one of his somethings he pieced together. I love the art by Justin Mason. And yeah, I definitely recommend reading this. It's just a good book. I definitely keep picking up this series and reading it, even though I didn't really read the first series a lot. Enjoyed Spider-Punk. Got the first issue, but just didn't really pick it up. But this one I'll definitely be continuing to pick up. So I would recommend this. And it is, once again, Spider-Punk Arms Race #1. All right. Then we're going to Marvel Avengers Twilight #3. Written by Chip Zdarsky. Covers, obviously, amazing covers by Alex Ross. Daniel Acuna is doing art, and it's just a really good series. This is issue 3. I went back and read 1 and 2, so I could pick up this one. And it's just this futuristic world, dystopian world, where the government watches everything we do, and you have curfews, you can't film after a certain time, and of course you have this not sitting well with Cap, but Cap's an old man. You also had H-Day, which was this big, like a day where the villains had pretty much beat the heroes almost. Like a lot of heroes had their identities revealed, therefore it forced the villains to attack them, and the villains set traps for them when they tried to go back to their loved ones, knowing that the villains would go after their loved ones. And, so Cap in this world has his super soldier serum taken from him now, and the government has their own Avengers team who's just kind of doing the government's agenda, not what the superheroes should do, kind of like not what a good thing to do, just following the government. And you also have Tony Stark, his son, James Stark has like helping the government like create these different war suits and war machines. He's kind of doing everything that Tony did before Tony became Iron Man. Like, even though he knows that's the wrong thing to do, he doesn't care. He's just got this kind of like nihilist attitude. And but yeah, by the end of the first issue, Cap gets the super soldier serum re-given to him from a underground group of defenders led by Luke Cage. And it takes, so he becomes Cap again. And then issues 2 and 3 are about him trying to kind of just fix this world. You get some cool shots of like you get a character named Bullseye, but she is more, Cap even tells her she's more like a Hawkeye to him. So it's kind of a cool nod. And just the art's really cool. Don't want to spoil too much, so I'll leave it kind of there. But just show you guys some cool art if I can find a good page, not too spoilery. Let's see. Here's just kind of a good page of Cap arguing with James Stark. Yeah, he's, like I say, he's just kind of like this villain character. He's definitely been made to be the main villain. Here's a cool shot of Cap's shield, which is really nice. But yeah, this has great art, great story. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it for anybody. So, yep. And here's a cool shot of James Stark in his Iron Man version armor, which he kind of has hesitant throughout the book to put on because he doesn't want to be like his dad. But yeah, it's a really good read. You also, obviously, from this cover, you get to see an older version of Kamala Khan, which is really neat. But yeah, that is Avengers Twilight number 3. I definitely recommend that. And then I have 2 books that I have not gotten yet. But one of them I still have to catch up with the series, so it's fine. I'll just throw the graphic up here for you. We have World Tree number 8. Anything written by James Tynion, I always recommend. I've heard good things about the first 6 issues, or first 5 issues. That was the first end of the first arc. 6, 7, 8, I haven't heard too much about yet. It's kind of a little quiet, but then again, it seems like that happens with a lot of good series. And it doesn't mean that they've turned bad or anything. It just means people aren't quite like as hyped for them as they were for the first runs. So but yeah, I would definitely check that out. And I'm going to eventually get back with you guys and have read all 8 issues of World Tree. But yeah, so that's World Tree number 8. So definitely check it out. And last one is Crashdown number 2. Read the first issue, loved it. It's from Comic Tom from Whatnot. It's a Whatnot exclusive. Really fun comic. Very sci-fi. Also got a little Lovecraftian in there. So it's really fun with the monster you see in the book. I won't say too much about it, but the first issue was a really fun read. So I'm really looking forward to reading issue 2. And I'll definitely maybe give you guys a little highlights of it when I get to read it. Maybe next week. So we'll see. But yeah, that's the weekly comics for January 28th, 2024. And I'm going to do a few more nods from last week. I did not mention this book, but I did pick it up afterwards to give it a read, and it's really good. It's a really good jumping on point if you're a Spawn fan or you've been a Spawn fan in the past and want to jump back on, because this is kind of a whole new era of Spawn. The whole issue is kind of different villains and heroes from the Spawn world fighting to take the throne of Hell because the ruler has died. And yeah, by the end, some crazy. I don't want to say too much about it. It's just a really good read, really good jumping on point. Some of the characters you might not know. I'll say it might take some research for a few characters, but I felt like you didn't really need to know everything about everybody. There's a few mentions in there, like I said, that maybe you could like Wikipedia or something like that to figure out, or go read some of the other series. But yeah, by the end of it, you have some almost a whole new world of Spawn. So I'm actually going to pick up issue 351, which I haven't read Spawn in a long time. So I'm gonna pick up issue 351 and see how the story goes going forward, because it seems really interesting. I would definitely recommend that. Let's see, a couple other pickups. I got Marvel Spider-Verse Voices number 1. This is an older issue. Definitely haven't read it yet. It's a thick book, and I'm gonna check it out. But I love Spider-Verse. Good, always has been a really good series. Love the cover, mainly the covers, what sold me on it. Love the art. Love Spider-Gwen. All the other Silks looks really cool in this art. So yeah. Definitely recommend. The voices are usually pretty good. Thicker, like almost graphic novel size issues. So definitely check that out. Next, there's just 2 variant covers I picked up for Edge of the Spider-Verse from last week. This one's a David Nakayama cover. Did not realize this was him, but love it. His covers are always really fun. Just got a cool Mary Jane in the Spider-Man costume cover. We've seen that plenty of times, but it's still always really fun. And last but not least is the 1 in 25 of Spider-Verse. Let me peel this, see if I can get the sticker off here, so I'm not covering up the art any. But it's a really cool, fun shot of Spider-Gwen. There we go. 125. Spider-Gwen, I love that she's pouring the drink upside down and it's just completely missing her mouth. It just cracked me up, and I thought it was a really fun cover. And yeah, that's it this week, guys. As always, got the Ultimate Spider-Man, or Ultimate contest going on, as always. Ultimate X-Men #1 comes out next week. So I guess we will do the contest winner next week. I don't have very many people entering right now. So as always, I'd love it if you'd like to subscribe, comment, so we can get some more people entered. Because I really just wanted to give these Ultimate comics out to people. They've got some value to them. They're great reads. So I'm really hoping that Ultimate X-Men #1 also continues it. I love Peach Momoko. Love her art. Love her stories when she wrote in Demon Days. So I'm sure I'll love this one. So I hope it carries over. And yeah, with that, guys, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and keep reading comics. See y'all next time.